Hello everybody, this is Chaos with KLC Sports Productions, bringing you another Back to the Basics series game. Today we are going to be looking at Zerg mechanics. Main topics that I want to discuss are basically scouting, base-to-base transactions, as well as larva injects. These are kind of the biggest fundamentals that I see a lot of people have issues with, so I wanted to go ahead and create this short little video to kind of talk through what I've learned over the past couple months. So, we're going to go ahead and start out with talking about scouting. Now, generally speaking, when you open, you have your single overlord as well as your drones. You want to make your first drone, hotkey up your hatchery, and then immediately send this first scouting overlord to kind of the back of your opponent's base. Now, in general, depending on the matchup, will depend on where you want to send this. I would say for Protoss and Terran, you want to send to kind of the back of the base. For Zerg, I recommend sending it straight to whichever ramp that he's going to be coming from. That way you can keep track of when specific timings and things like that, like different pool timings, as well as you know, just kind of what's going on when he's taking an expansion, things like that. So your second overlord, once you get up to 9 supply, is going to be kind of your CYA overlord, and he's basically going to be focusing on checking around your natural and just outside of your base. Basically, the point of this is to make sure that your opponent's not doing anything cheeky, as Dignitas Apollo would like to say. Basically, you want to check for those proxy gateways, proxy racks, things like that. Basically anything that could possibly be going outside of your base that you really obviously don't want there. So that pretty much talks about scouting with overlords. Now, in general, I play a very reactionary style Zerg, so I tend to focus more on droning up really heavily early on, and then reacting to whatever my opponent's doing based on what I see. So what this means is keeping your overlord spread sufficient out on the field is going to be very key to a very successful game. So next we're going to talk about we're going to kind of combine the two base-to-base transactions and what I mean by it, as well as larva injects. Now, once your spawning pool gets finished, obviously you can build your queen. Your queen is going to be a very vital part of your... Ooh, need more overlords. It's going to be a very vital part to winning the game, because the queen gives you the ability to produce more larvae and thus more units. So we need to figure out what is the appropriate way to go about making sure that you hit your larva inject timings with sufficient amount of time, as well as be efficient at it. So I like the base-to-base hotkeys, or the location hotkeys, and setting them up. So basically what that means is I have them bound to shift and then my F keys. So if I want to set up a location key, I hit shift and then any of my F keys, and that gives me the ability to hit that F key and immediately go back to the location at which I was at. So if we look at the queen, we see that his spawn larva takes 25 seconds worth of regen time, and over 40 seconds it will pop out 4 extra larvae for you. What this means is in 40 seconds I will get these nice little eggs to fly off of my hatchery, and I will have the ability to make 4 extra units. And coincidentally, it takes about 40 seconds for my queen to get 25 energy. So, in theory, my queen should always be minimal amount of energy, because obviously that means I either missed an inject or just wasn't paying attention at the time. So once you've set up your location hotkeys, it's actually very easy to flip between your hatcheries and inject. So basically, we hit on our queen, we wait for our 25 energy, we inject, we go to our next, we select it, and we inject again. And every 40 seconds, that is our ritual. We always go back, we click on our queen, we inject, and we continue on going with our game. So basically what this means is you need to be paying attention to everything that's going on, whether it be units coming across the field, whether it be creating buildings, getting expansions up, building drones, things like that. You need to be paying attention to all of these things. Now, you might find this as a daunting task at first, but once you get into the regiment of a 40-second cycle, you are always asking yourself, okay, when was the last time I hit my inject? And once you get into that cycle, the game will run a whole lot smoother for you. So, I think that's really all I wanted to talk about in this small little mechanics guide. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to hit that like button down in the bottom left-hand corner. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you taking the time to take a look at this video, and I hope you found it helpful. Feel free to subscribe for more of these mechanics type videos, as well as Bronze to Masters League series and viewer cast videos. If you would like to be on a viewer cast video, feel free to send one of your replays to the email address in the description below. I'd be more than happy to take a look at that and cast your video. And yeah, so I think that's it. So I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next game.